Yeah, the boys round here drinking that ice cold beer, talking about girls, talking about trucks, running them red dirt roads out, kicking up dust. The boys round here sending up a prayer to the man upstairs.
Guys and the three trolls. Hey, did you hit the thumbs down button? You know, Real Code Burnout, you're absolutely right. I don't even know why, you know, there's no relevance to it. You know, it gives your friends the Captain Obvious button, and it gives the pathetic cunts to show their brain power. What are we looking at today? Looking at KANu from Bent Paddle. I may or I may not have had this before. This is a session pale ale, and it comes in at, I should already know the answer to this. Comes in at 4 point, crap, I can barely read that. Let me utilize technology. 4.8%. Excellent. Hey, look, it's the same color as the beer that was in there a moment ago. And isn't that convenient? Wow, we got 2 fingers of Chuck. Yeah, 2 fingers of Chuck. Smells, has a nice, fresh, hoppy bread biscuity smell. Smile money. Cheers, Mr. Holster. And I hope she looks old enough for you. I mean, old enough for some of us or you. See, that's... Yeah, see, I really like this one. Just has a really nice, smooth. The hops, it's like fresh hops are there, but they're not overdone. It doesn't. This would be probably one that would be Ed approved. Let's just. Okay, I can't wait any longer. What's in the box? Well, the box is open. I carry one. You know. You don't have this one, and I didn't have the one that you have. Say until about an hour ago. The Rock Island double stack. 17 rounds of Go Snowflake Yourself. Little Underwood 180 grain with the Hornady XTP heads. You got your flared Magwell G10 grips, ambi safety. Got your this is actually the same site that used to be on that one, and when I sent it back in and they redid a bunch of springs. Now this is a big thank you to Rich Fu Master Chew 12. He you know, just the kind of friends that you make, and the kind of person that Rich is. He's like, you know, I jokingly said in his video, because he was having some light primer strikes. Hey, Stephen Bush, should we see if this one will work or not? He was having some light primer strikes. I never had a problem like that with that one, but then again, I didn't have very many rounds through it when it had an issue and went back, and I might have been the cause of the issue on it. But they replaced almost all the springs in it with like heavy duty springs. It did bring the trigger pull up just a little bit on that. Now on this, and like mine, they advertise 4 to 6 pounds. Well, this one right now is trigger pulling in on the digital scale that I got from Tardisius. This one's coming in at 2.8 pounds. So I guess if I have any light primer strikes, now you showed the primers, and I tell you, it sure looked like it hit them hard enough to ignite. I've had some problems. Matter of fact, at the shoot this year, I had some problems with Winchester primers and the 454 Casull rounds, and I can tell you that hits the primer pretty hard. But like I said, I jokingly said, hey, light primer strikes, why don't you go ahead and send that up here, and I'll thoroughly review all of my ammo in it, and I'll let you know. And of course, you know, that's I just muzzle swept my hand. Oh my God, that's Rich right there. I think he put this in the mail to my FFL, or he had it to his FFL on Saturday. Holy fuck. Rich, we need to use your FFL when we send out the winning rifle. Ask Stalker Steve. He almost had a 1-year birthday waiting for the giveaway rifle to show up, but he seems pretty happy with it since he got it. So Rich sent this on up for me to evaluate it, see if I liked it or not, and before it even got here I told him, well, what if I just never send it back to you? So we might be doing some horse trading. Granted, Rich, I haven't had the opportunity to shoot it yet, but if it does do light primer strikes, I'd rather keep it and fix it as opposed to dumping it back on you. So if you know, I didn't send you the picture. The other item was my XDM with the Heine Specialty sights on it, as far as a possible trade thing. Otherwise, you know, what I would do is I would just buy you another one of these and have it sent to you. But just the opportunity to hold this in my hands, and the fact that it holds 17 rounds of 10 millimeter. Don't look for a return trip at any time soon. I love the way this feels in my hand. I like a gun with a bigger grip. This is very reminiscent in the dimensions to the 1006. You know, one thing I don't know. Oh yeah, for starter, I don't know if it's I'm sure it has some kind of special grip for it because it's a double stack, but it'd sure be nice to put a set of lock grips on it. But these are G10. And to feel more at home, I might swap out the rod for a Slimer green one, or you know, I'd keep it red, you know, whatever. But freaking awesome, 10 millimeter firepower. Let's see, we actually had a couple of comments coming in after the official last red one was from Josh, but then J-Dog. Oh come on, set up one of Gil's steel targets, that'll stop shit. It'll change the direction. Mr. Holster, full-length guide rods suck. See, that's why normally you'd think more is better, but it seems like you guys that are see, I am always willing to admit that I'm always open for learning. You know, most libtards and snowflakes, that's the problem, is they don't keep an open mind. They're not willing to accept that there is better out there. that's why I'd like to redo all of the shit on my Kimber. Me and J-Dog were actually talking about that because it's not a Series 70 and it's sort of not a Series 80. So it's just, it's closer to an 80 than it is a 70 though. Rich Huff, who actually scores as the first comment on the Special X Lite. First, but no beer tonight, blood work in the morning. Well, I hope it's nothing, I hope it's all good. Bulwark, I love how Trump sets up the politicians to fail, showing the public just how dysfunctional the government really is. Something to remember as you head into vote. Hell yeah. Ed, first. Ed, hell, second, not first. Cheers. Crazy Scotsman, fourth. Damn, this one is early. Yep, because it was family night. Made up a big bowl of chili and cornbread and had the kids over. Family first, my friends. El Tenda, guys. So after we got together yesterday, I found out that I was second place in El Tenda's 1,500 subscriber giveaway. Was it 1,500? Whatever. He needs a lot more. He's a great guy. And a great friend, and he's an okay lover. Found out I won second place, which, to be honest, what it was is the first place, Coda Boy 30, I don't know, that guy that puts up 700 videos a day, and wonders why, never mind. He won first place, and I guess he's, because he's an AR guy, he's probably going to pick the AR stuff, which for me works out cool because I actually was leaning towards the AK stuff. So that's cool. I haven't won a contest in a long time, and I'll take it. Damn it, Crazy Scotsman, straight 10 on the brew chick. She has some nice eyes. Cheers. So does she. Crazy Scotsman, whiskey. Better make it a double to make up for the light beer. Cowbell. So what you're saying is I have to do a double shot of whiskey today while drinking a better beer. Well, actually, it doesn't really have much more alcohol than a light beer. But I tell you, if it's all about the taste, Special X. You know, like I said, it wasn't nasty. It was beer, but it was like water beer. Water beer. Make it a double, he says. Well, this may or may not use up all of the possibilities of doing any more shots in this beer review. I'm not planning on going anywhere, but, you know, somewhere in here, yeah, it just has to, it has to end, man. It has to end. Also, you guys saw, you know, the video is up for the calls. I want to say, of course, a big thank you to John Solar for making the whole thing happen. Eric C. contacted me last night, and he's sending more calls to add to the auction. And the two things well, one thing I was asked is when I'm planning on ending it. I have no plans as of right now. I can tell you it's going to go at least a couple weeks, if not more. And one way to make it so that people don't waste your time and my time emailing me to put a $30 bid in on the grass reed call when Stalker Steve has already jacked her up to 120. Yeah, 120 bucks from Stalker Steve. He was the first person to put a bid in on it, and then I think I got 6 or 7 more emails after him, and the highest amount was 50 bucks. So in the description of the video, I will continuously update it as to what the dollar amount is and who has that bid. Right now, Johnny Watson with the Hornet, Stalker Steve, or 200 bucks from Johnny Watson, $120 from Stalker Steve on the reed grass, and the Donald and the Melania are at 100 bucks. I'm gonna do that. Those are gonna go as a set, and it's at 100 bucks from the Crazy Scotsman for both of them. So please let us not let the Crazy Scotsman win with a $100 bid. Now, just in case he's not listening, which I'm pretty sure I won't get away with that. If anyone was deserving of a break for everything he does, yeah, I would not feel bad knowing that he got both of those for 100 bucks. But I'm just saying. Oh yeah, here we go. Crazy Scotsman again. Awesome on the JP. Looks good. That's the one that Christine wanted, and I think it looks very good. JP makes some really nice looking breaks. Smile Money here. Zeus, JP Pipe Hype. DFC, lucky number 13, E. Cheers, my friend. Rich. Been building chicken run and fencing all day. Now I'm here. Rich, cheers, brother. I'm drinking a rough tail. Everything rhymes with orange with ya. Excellent. Muzzle first, great brew review, sir. Thank you, my friend. Salty Shellback. Woohoo! Free Little People Adult Entertainment video. Hey, wait a minute. Wrong channel. Zeus. Domestic E-Scale Chapter 1. Ed. What a set of beautiful eyes on the brew girl has. Fine review, E, and a big cheers. Thank you, Ed. Yeah, she did have some nice eyes. Rich. Sorry about the ass hat, brother. I didn't hear about that comment. That kind of person is a soulless shell of a human being. It disgusts me that people can be that stupid and mean. I've never met your wife, and only met you in person once, and I consider you both family. Yes. No, I don't really care. His channel is TMH on Fire, and he is a cunt. If I found out that he was that a bulldozer drove over him tomorrow, I would honestly do this. Yes! You fucking sack of shit. You had it coming. Go fuck yourself. TMH on Fire, rotten hell, you cock-sucking fuck. I'm not sure if I have fully been able to put my feelings forth on what I think of that soulless shell of a human being known as TMH on Fire. Personally, if you don't have him blocked on your channel, I think that you have a problem. Rich again. Holy cow, did a great job of matching the barrel and the JP brake. Looks like it was done at the factory. I thank you, Rich, for saying that. If it was done at the factory, it looked like this. Oh yeah, I got Project Overkill back yesterday. Project Overkill now officially has a rodent kill in its resume. Okay, so Rich, again, if it was done at the factory. If it would actually focus, which, there we go. See, if it was done at the factory, you would watch your friends arguing over, that's not, actually that was actually a cleaning smudge. That wasn't actually even where the seam is, but I gave it an attempt to do that, and it was like one little touch on some 400 grit, and I could tell that when I fully tightened it up, it was gonna be over rotated, and I couldn't possibly deal with that. These people are masters as far as there's no way to describe it. If you're ever in a circumstance where you have somewhere between $5,000 and $6,000 and can spend it on just the rifle alone without even considering optics, JP Enterprise, at least on an AR-10, their AR-15s are going to be a little bit less, but as far as quality goes, it's just, if it was a car, that would be, there's no replacement for displacement. But when it comes to a rifle, reliability, the way it shoots, its accuracy, I'm sorry, but someone like JP here, I think, is one of the finest rifle builders on the planet. And like I told you guys, the day I placed my order for that, I wanted to puke. I had never spent that kind of money. Hell, let me think. I bought a brand new Nissan pickup when I was 21 or 22 years, 21, and I have more money into that than I paid for that pickup back then. Oh, and as a comparison, the like I said, it's not lined up, and Christine wanted it to be a high polish, but not to be mirrored. So you can see that's what the barrel came like, and I just simply worked on it so that I could get the barrel and the brake to match each other. And of course, it's not going to take anything to bring that around.
What are you doing with my gun?
Rich was saying I did a good job on making the barrel match the sheen level that was already on the brake.
It does look very nice. I'm not going to say this too loudly because I don't know. Just today.
Who
Just
did?
now.
What? Oh,
Be prepared.
great.
You're gonna have a permanent house guest.
So thank you, Rich. Yeah, I would have liked to have done the magic that JP was able to do, but holy cow, I don't know what those guys must be sitting there with a stone in order to get that right where you need it to be.
It looks pretty.
So, and right now I'm still not 100% sure. I think I'll have enough yet with the crush washer. I mean, just in case, I might put a little blue Loctite on it when I crush her on, because I don't see why anybody would ever take that off of there. That would be silly. Well, blue Loctite really won't make much of a difference anyway. You almost have to put the red on there. Blue Loctite, just firing it is enough to heat up blue Loctite. So, Rich said it looked factory. I'm just like, that's factory. That, this is a sweet ass break.
I know, I picked it out.
This,
Ta-ta!
this one was not available when I ordered mine. I have to say, I might have thought about it, but
Yeah.
I don't know. This is their big break, and you can see it is ported up.
Yeah.
So, well, you've shot this. I mean,
Yeah.
shit, this feels like a 5.56 going off.
Someday I'm gonna get one.
When I die, and then you can take that money and
You know.
you could sell this one.
I know.
You can get your billet beauty.
No, I think Sam will want that.
This one?
Yeah.
Yeah. Do I think Sam wants it? Have you seen the
Did you-
video?
Sarcasm. Hello.
Here's Sam. Oh, it's in the video. Bam, 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 ting, 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 bam. She's like, you want to get rid of this, right? You want to give this to me. That was the day that the two of you shot.
That was fun day.
And then I got a text message from Gil. Did I send you the chart for the distance for shooting steel? 100 yards. This thing pelted Gil's steel all day long, and I actually think this is the target right
I
here.
think it is. Or was it the other one?
I think this was it. This is the virgin side, but Gil has some steel now that he said is good for the BMG 50. I might have to save up a little bit of money and buy one of those from him. Because I can tell you some of that shit that we had turned out to not be AR 500. You know how you could tell? The hole straight through it. Real Cobra Burnout. Skull print would have broke your channel with its awesomeness. I don't know what you're talking about. Real Cobra Burnout. After you run through these domestic reviews, it'd be cool to see which one tastes the best with a shot or two of whiskey dumped in. Oh, I see. There's a way to prolong the channel for almost another 6 months. First, you review every domestic beer on the market today. Then you re-review each one with a shot of whiskey. By the way, Lassie, we're supposed to review that. The Godfather said so.
I suppose we better do that before the 23rd when the world is going to end.
23rd. We're only days away.
Okay, who made this?
Some religious dude. Planet X is going to smash into the Earth, and
We're all just going to disintegrate.
it's biblical. I guess there's references in the Bible to the end of time. I don't think they specifically say 2017, but supposedly the 23rd is, I hate to be the bearer of bad news. So if you got anything you want to get taken care of, get it taken care of before the 23rd, because that's when time is going to be ending.
Oh, I guess I won't have to worry about those credit cards then anymore.
Rich, I'm definitely keeping this. I'll send you a check. Smile Money. Any suggestions on what they can do with their thumbs? With their thumbs now that they cannot stick their thumbs down your video? Yeah, by the way, I turned it all off. There's no thumbs up. There's no more thumbs down. I turned it off here, and I turned it off at the other channel. Think about it.
I think it's kind of stupid, actually.
It is. It's fucking irrelevant. It's for retards. Thumbs down. Oh, yeah? You notice how most people thumbs down and you go look at their channel and they haven't put forth a fucking bit of anything. Here I am, put myself out there every single day, and if you're so shallow, Steve, that it was brought to my attention by a friend of mine that I should clarify, when I say Steve, I am not talking about
Mule?
the Schweitzer
The
or
Schweitzer.
Mule.
Yeah.
So, suggestions on what they can do with their thumbs. Do you,
Shove it up your ass. There's one.
JR10. Well done, sir. A certain species of jellyfish has the ability to revert back to its larva stage, completing a continuous cycle of life. Truly an elite answer. I watched the Science Channel a lot.
What?
He
Jellyfish revert back to what?
They're basically infancy. They never age.
Really?
The Hydra does that, sort of, and the tortoise. Let's see what else. The lobster. The lobster never stops aging. It basically keeps going until somebody eats it. But
It never ages? Or it ages very slowly?
it ages very slowly. But the
Okay.
jellyfish basically goes, "Oh, I'm feeling old today. I think I'll become an infant." Start over.
Hit the refresh button.
You know.
Oh my god, that's so weird.
You know, I know JR10 is a huge, my friend, am I misleading or misrepresenting you when I use the words fanatic for the ocean and water, but isn't it curious as all of the things that have either the longest life expectancy, except for some trees out in, like, there's some of those that are over 5,000 years old. That's pretty impressive. But have you noticed that everything else has something to do with water? And usually the deeper you go, there is so much that we don't know about our planet below the water. We can't even get there. You know, here's these things floating along going, and you can send a tube down
They've done
that's
that.
12 inches of solid steel, and it goes,
But haven't they done it? Because they've actually come up with new species of fish and stuff that are deep in the water.
deep.
Yeah. I don't know how they got
I
there.
can't get to the bottom
Yeah.
of a fucking swimming pool without my ears
Yeah, I don't know
ringing.
how they did it, but I think that's pretty amazing.
But yeah, I'm a
Jellyfish.
ask her. What is the one of two channels that I always watch?
The Science Channel and the Car Channel. How do I know this?
Because you live here?
Yeah. I don't actually mind the Science Channel.
Oh, one of my latest favorite shows is the What on Earth. And it's all imagery from satellites, and they're like,
yeah.
what the hell is that? And then they go, so if you haven't caught that show, What on Earth? That's a really good one.
That was a very interesting one.
Well, science or the Discovery Channel, I just,
Yeah.
I like to, this is a big ball of mush, and if you keep it, unlike a liberal, because this is this is a liberal,
If you keep it engaged.
keep it engaged, keep challenging. Fu Master True, Rich again. Good stuff, brother. Another fine review. I have to say, the Brew Grill has some spectacular eyes. Have a great week and be safe out there. Cheers. J-Dog, here from work. Good God. J-Dog, her video is awesome. Her video.
Who?
I'm not sure. There was alcohol involved. Johnny Concho, another good guy. You're still worthy of a thumbs up and cheers, my friend. Thank you, Johnny. I just gave your comment a thumbs up. I don't know if that counts. Stephen Bush, when you talk about this Steve guy, me and I bet Meal Team think I'm a crazy cunt that's off my meds.
No, you better clarify that it's not Steve.
It's not Stephen Bush, it's not Steve Schweitzer, and it's not Meal Team 66. Other than that, if your name is Steve, you're a cunt and you're off your meds.
How would that sound for? Can't understand.
Can't understand normal thinking?
Yeah.
That's...
That's
Stephen Bush again. Yeah, we were talking about a 9mm pistol. That will be my close quarters combat pistol. And I'll probably have a 4 or 6 inch barrel on it. I will never shoot that out to 100 yards. Talk about a house clearing gun with ears on. That'll do it. Now, I am supposed to be working with DR Guns. DR Guns not only is they contributed to the girls build, they are going to be sending a complete billet receiver set, but they Dave, the owner, wanted me, in case you're wondering, this is also where Eltenda works, he wanted to send me some 9mm stuff. I don't know exactly what he's sending other than a 9mm lower. Now that puts me into a problem because you can, I guess, use a regular AR upper, but you won't have the ability to lock the bolt back. Well, I want it to be a full working gun, so I want it to lock the bolt back. I believe Eltenda said I should check out, is it New Frontier? But one of the gifts from Alicia at Odinworks before she left was to send me this. I'm really gonna miss Alicia. She was so awesome. Alicia sent me a Odinworks 9mm barrel, and unlike the direction that Steve is going, I built an AR-15, which was a rifle. I built it to be a pistol. Well, I have 9mm pistols, so I wanted to build a 9mm rifle. So Alicia sent me this Odinworks 9mm barrel. And fairly new, well, very new, she sent me the Atlas 9 brake. Now I know Steve is not a big fan of these. I am not particularly a fan of the way it looks. There is some very badass brakes. JP. I would probably even consider the Huber Concepts over putting this on there. But the thing is the Odinworks brakes do exactly what you want them to do. They work as a brake. They counter that up rise when you pull the trigger on your rifle. So, yes, it's a sad day that Alicia will be, well, she's already gone. But the only thing I have for my 9mm build is the barrel. But I definitely am. I am definitely taking it in the direction of a rifle, 16-inch. I just wanted to. I just thought that would be cool to do basically a carbine on a pistol length. But I know there's a whole bunch of shit that I'm gonna need in order to complete that. and I'm gonna have to look into that upper. Steve again. So Samantha has a CCW. I'm taking my son to get his as soon as he turns 21. I think even if you hear my voice and you're like, a CCW, do I really want to carry a gun? I tell you what, I have convinced a lot of people to go get their CCW even though they don't carry all the time. Some of them haven't really carried at all. But the state has made it legal for you. If your state has made it legal for you, take advantage of the law, because they may change it. Here in my state, it was in place, and I hemmed and hawed, and I missed the opportunity at one point in time. They actually, you were grandfathered in if you already had it, you weren't going to lose it, but they were taking no more applications. Keep that in mind. If you have the opportunity to get a CCW, take it. And Keck, great intro. Best one that I've seen yet. Thank you. And Keck, cheers. Cheers. What we got left for comments? Oof. Just shooting. Hang on. Do you have videos, my friend? You appeared to be a watcher, but evidently I've been a friend for a while because I'm already subbed to you. Okay, hang on. Getting awfully dry in here. Just shooting. The whole time I was saying the rosary at Mass yesterday, and I know this isn't going to sound very Christian of me, I was thinking to myself, I could strangle the neighbor with my beads. I ultimately decided that the olive wood beads and rope would not hold up. I think you're very Christian. I mean, after all, have you seen High Plains Drifter? You know, putting the... What the fuck is with this camera? Putting the crosses on the windows and the doors. Excellent for shooting. Up, down, left, right. Think about it. God works in mysterious ways, my friend. And Keck, yes sir, I was referring to your AR pistol. That's what I thought. Gillian, 426. Everclear and Keystone Ice here. And Gillian, I'm still working on some mil-spec stuff, and what else was I going to throw in there? Oh, I also got those holsters, or holster. Gillian, 426. Stupid people need to be eradicated like a disease. Oof. Now that's may not be very Christian of me, but that is a dream, baby. Tardisius, light beer indeed. Trump train cowbell. I don't have my my Trump train hat. That's upstairs. The other day I was out and about, and I saw an older guy. Surprise, surprise. Was wearing some. He was obviously in one of the armed forces, and he was wearing his Trump hat. Sharky 762 on the Peach Bellini. 5.7 looks nice. I wasn't able to spot anywhere. You can also use the sights to rack the snowflake on the curb. or as or was that boots? All right, I think you can rack it on a snowflake. No, there's no signs of wear. I'm actually like I said, the only thing that I ever initially saw was that, but that's actually part of the pattern coming through at that point. It's not wear. This is just a badass gun. I don't give a fuck what anyone says. I mean, obviously I could have funked it all up by putting some skull print or something on it, but I hate to keep showing it, but it's on my side, and 21 rounds of go fuck yourself. And I might have an opportunity coming up. Well, not I might. I will have an opportunity coming up. Got a phone call yesterday from my sister, and something like 15 or 20 panels of bulletproof glass. That should be some fun video. I've actually seen this round in bulletproof glass, and I don't even think it slows down. Sharky again. Oh yeah, I'm catching up again. I was hiking in Germany and Australia Alps with friends over the weekend. Sharky, I gots to know. Dirty Harry reference. Jay at Elite Ammunition. First non-current comment. Suck it, bitches. Mr. Holster. Pretty bad when Jack puts out a better brew for a socks show. Mr. Holster. A minute 39. I guess all we need to do is get you on track is to get you a few cheap beers. Don't worry, I've got that covered right now. Some stuff coming up. Maybe some Leinenkugels, Miller Genuine Draft, Leinie's Wheat, which I saw a few people open, take a sip, and dump out. I don't know what that meant. Mr. Holster, 4.2%. Okay, so this is a little bit more. Not much, though. Wade. You know I study biology daily. It's a very in-depth study, I might add. Cheers, sugar buns. Yeah. If you saw some of the pictures he sends, he's a big biology freak. Mr. Holster, the brew chick is very attractive and clearly over 21. Thank you. You're welcome. I'm not sure I'm going to be able to comply all the time with that, but I'll do my best. Hitting the reload button and seeing if... Jesus. 3 comments from Joey Cuz. First one. No more like or dislike button. Man, now you're going to see if the force or it's the dark side wins. Oh. Don't worry. Joey Cuz, it's amazing how at one moment you think someone is pretty cool, and then the next moment they turn out to be a douchebag. What are you trying to say, Joey? Joey Cuz again. I thought when Christine reposted her video I was going crazy. Still watched the second time, and it was better the second time around. Well... What did she... I know she changed a couple of things, but it was that picture of Christopher firing with his echo trigger, and not only is there the biggest frickin' flame coming out, and you can see it coming from the ports, and you can see it going forward, but there's 2 pieces of brass in the air. It was an awesome picture, and she's like, I can't believe that. I mean, she was posting it everywhere. I can't believe that I didn't put that in there. I want to pull the video down, and I want to re-edit it. I even talked to Christopher. I said, this is all because of you. And he's like, well, that's stupid. He should just leave it. It's an awesome video. Well, it's the same video. It's just... And the one thing, if you want to make a comment that she's the most proud of, is she went so far out of her way to make sure when he makes the comment about Minnesota that you see our aerial lift bridge. Okay, that was the last comment. Well, let me refresh again because we might be more from Joey. Okay, that's it. I'm going to go finish this, Mr. Holster. It doesn't count because this is actually the third one of these I've had since I turned the camera on. Well, 2.5. Ben Paddle's KANu Session Pale Ale. This is just outstanding. It's a very tasty beer. It could be a lawnmower beer, and it could be a daily drinker. It's gonna get the rating I'm gonna give it because it's only 4.8% by volume. If it was a heavier hitter, we'd give it it'd probably get a 10, but I'm gonna give it a 9. Things change so much, I don't know about tomorrow. What I do know is that I now have 6 pistols, well, 5 pistols and 1 revolver, chambered in 10mm, and this one is super sweet. And a big thank you to Rich, Foomaster Chew 12. If you're not already subbed to Rich, I will find you. Cheers.